Hello and welcome to My Alberta Art Studio. My name is Gus. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of varnishing. I've taken quite a bit of inspiration, inspiration from some YouTube artists. Left-brained artist is one that comes to mind. He showed me using the t-shirt, and I keep it in the bag so that it stays moist. I did a practice run yesterday, and this is the one that I did. I'll show it to on this camera. It's fairly shiny. It's only got 2 coats on it, and that's all I needed to do. And I'll see if I can get it on this camera too. Turned out pretty good. I also did the back because I signed it on the back. It's a little camera, a little sort of canvas, so if I signed it on the front I figured it would be too big and distracting. I've signed these ones also. I just use a felt pen because I can't hold tools very well. So I just signed it. This one is spoken for, so I have to get it done right away. This one, because it's a round, I just put it on the edge here. And if I put my signature in right away, like before I varnish, then it'll be sealed once the varnish is on. I'm using Liquitex gloss. Oh, it's high gloss. Oh, I thought it was just regular gloss. Varnish. This is just a little 8-ounce bottle that I bought. I thought it was really ritzy, but so far I haven't used very much of it, so maybe it was worth the cost. Everybody seems to be using Liquitex, so that's why I decided to use it. So I'll get started. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. I read all the comments that I get. This is also the time that if I needed to do any touch-up on the picture or anything like that, because I go through the pictures as I'm looking at them. If I needed to, you know, fix an edge or something, I would do it at that time, at this time. So I have brushes and everything around so that I can do that. I also take the pins out and take the tape off the back, so that the backs are not too bad. Just do a general, you know, look at the, now this canvas I didn't put any tape on because it was round and it was difficult to get on there. It was hard enough to get the pins in it because it's MDF or something. But anyway, so we'll get started. I just put a few drips of this on, because I can do, you know, as many coats as it's going to take. You just get a flat part of the cloth ready, and I just put a few drips down here on the picture, and then I just put my cloth in, and then I just go over it like that. It's pretty quick. I don't have super huge canvases. The left-brained artist said that he does it for the big ones in quadrants. And then I just go, because it doesn't look very good the first time that you do it, I just go down the edges with the cloth, and you can see, I don't know if you can see in this light, but you might be able to see there's streaks in there. I probably need a little more product, but I better not put it on now. Right now it'll be likely sticky, and but I can do that when I do it again, and I'll be doing it from the opposite way. So what I'm going to do is, you can bring you along for the whole show. I'll turn the cameras off while it dries, and then I'll bring you back when it's done. So this video won't be, you know, 6 or 7 hours long. But anyway, so I was just wanting to kind of give you an idea what I'm doing to the paintings to get them ready, and then you know, do the edges and the whole thing. And so I'll just finish this one, and then I'll turn the cameras off and bring you back once I come back to do another coat. Hopefully I got all the way around. Anyway, so I'll just put my cloth away, and I'll be back. So thank you for joining me for part 1. And when you next see me, I'll be doing the second coat. I hate these little Ziploc bags. There we go. I think I got it. Okay. See you in a few minutes.
You know how you plan everything out? Well, it seems I didn't turn on the overhead camera for the last one. So, as you probably already are aware, I overdubbed that. So, this is number 2. This is about 2 hours later. I'm going to turn the canvas to make it easier. And I'm going to go across it sideways this time. And it definitely needs another coat. You can see where it's shiny and when it's not. And so here we go. So I thought what I would do is put a little bit here and a little bit here, so that I'd have something on my cloth by the time I got up there. And I just want to get the smooth end over. So we're just going to go across. This is really going to pop with the high gloss on it. I'm only bringing you along for these two, but truly, for the amount of videos I have, there is that many and more for all my practices that I did at home that I want to do. This is just a little damp. I might go down here. I know it might be the other way, but I just can see it in the light. It just seemed that there was a little excess on it. And this cloth has got, well, I dampened it with water initially, but and then so it would thin out the first coat. So we're just going to do this one and do the edges. Of course, I should have looked at the pattern to see where the end would be so that I don't go over it again. I don't want to sticky it up, but I might feel it. I can at least see it. It's probably not so important that the edges are perfect, but so that's it for now. And I'll be back in probably another 2 hours. I just finished mowing the lawn, so I got that done. Looks like it's going to rain any second. So we'll see you back in a couple hours. And to you, it'll be just a few seconds. There we go. Take care. So welcome back. It's been about an hour and 3/4. And I'm a bit winded. I've been running around trying to do stuff. So I'm going to give this a third coat. I'm not sure if it'll need another one. Probably. It's looking pretty shiny. I don't know if you can see it on the camera above. I made sure I turned that one on. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to cover it this way this time. And I might put a third coat on this other one that I did as a test yesterday. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this varnish on here, just in a little couple stripes. And got a flat piece here of the t-shirt. And I'm just going to give it a couple swipes, and then I'll look at it from above or over or whatever and see what I need to do. I want to make sure it's nice and even. And understand I have a little bit of time to do this, so I thought I'd go both ways on it. And then do the edges again. There we go. Put a little on this round one. It doesn't seem to take very much each time, so I'm going to go both ways on this one. And try and make sure there's no lines on it. I'll do the round of it. There we go. And then I'll do this little one. Just going to slide this over a bit. This one I did quite a while ago. And one of the things I haven't shown you, because I haven't got any ones with silicone oil here, but I put cornstarch on it to dry up or draw up some of the silicone that's on it, because there was a lot on it. This one I'd done a chain pull with silicone oil and all kinds of things, because it was just a test piece that I did, and it turned out kind of nice, so I thought, well, we'll keep it. Anyway, it's I do the cornstarch, lay a little bit on it, spread it over to cover the whole area. Now, I couldn't see any oil, even though I knew I had a lot of oil on it before, but I couldn't see any of it when I started. And then I just take some paper towel and wipe it off, and then I take a wet one and wipe any residue off that could be there, and then I let it dry thoroughly, you know, just for maybe an hour or something. And then I started coating it. So worked out really well. I've got quite a few of my older ones that had silicone in them. And I'm going to do that as a precaution, just because I still have some paints that have some silicone in it. If I know I'd, you know, do it on purpose, like the last painting where I did the chameleon cells, I know that one definitely has oil in it. I just want to make sure that, because the varnish doesn't stick very well if there's oil on it still. But so I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for joining me. I'm not used to having a camera in front of me, but I decided that I was going to set something up like that, because this camera that I'm using that shows me right now is usually pointed down as a backup camera for my overhead one. Thank goodness, because when I did the first part of this video, at least something was showing. I wasn't just talking. And my microphone is hooked up to the overhead one too, so that's why I probably have to talk over this one. But I thank you for joining me today. This video might be out Sunday, I'm not sure. I'm kind of tied up on Saturday, so we'll see how it goes. If I get really ambitious, I might get it out tonight, but we'll see. Anyway, take care of yourselves, and God bless you all and your families, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye for now.